What's up, guys? Buckle up because you're about to enjoy an excellent Snaps game preview where we tell you everything you need to know about this weekend's game and probably some stuff that you didn't. Enjoy. Texas at Vanderbilt. If we lived in a perfect world, Aaron Murray, Vandy would follow up on their momentum and beat a shell-shocked Texas.
Yep.
Obviously, I don't think this is going to happen.
No.
I think Vandy's really good. I think they still have to battle every Saturday, though. Whereas Texas has shown when they face lesser opponents, which Vandy is not near, they're still better than any other team they faced outside of last week. But Texas, when they've been up against lesser opponents, they have been dominant. And the thing that I can't get away from is what you talked about yesterday, Aaron, which is this Texas defense still looks to be actually pretty elite.
Yeah. And Texas has two advantages heading into this game in the sense of mindset wise. One, Vandy beat Alabama. So we all know Vandy's for real this year.
Yeah, you're not catching him by surprise.
You're not catching him by surprise. It's not a noon kickoff or would be 11 o'clock kickoff in the morning. So that's two. So I guess there's three. And then
when's the kickoff?
4:15
okay.
Eastern, 3:50. Yeah. And then three, they just lost to Georgia. So the reverse, like Alabama beat Georgia. Yeah. You're on this incredible high. You're going to Vandy. So you're like, oh, we're just going to keep this thing going. And then bam, you get smacked in the mouth. And then Vanderbilt ends up winning the football game. Texas has all of that to essentially get their mind focused on redemption. How do we redeem ourselves from looking horrendous on offense a week ago? Let's go into Vandy and do it. So I think the major key in this game, how did Vanderbilt beat Alabama? Because Alabama's offense had a really good day of football. It was all possession. Let's not forget, it was 42 minutes of possession for Vanderbilt, 18 minutes of possession for Alabama.
Yeah.
So if Vanderbilt does want to win this football game, you have to duplicate those exact numbers. It has to be a 40-20 split. And I just don't see it happening because Texas's defense is far better than Alabama's defense. I think Texas's offense is better than Alabama's offense. Texas, to me, is still one of the best teams in the country. They had a bad day against Georgia, who was as hungry as I've seen them play in years. It was just a bad day at the office.
Also, I think Ewers comes back in a big way. Georgia's still Georgia, right?
Yeah,
that's a trap we all fell into, was maybe getting a little too over our skis with declaring Georgia more normal. I mean, they still have as good a top 3 roster in the entire country, right? But if we talk about this game, we have to talk about Diego Pavia, who continues to be awesome. He's completing 66% of his passes. He's throwing for 200 yards a game. He's rushing for an additional 67. That's obviously, after sacks. So it's actually more than that. He's averaging 9 yards a attempt, 11 touchdowns, only 1 pick. Aaron, would you say he's one of the more fun? He's one of the more fun players in the entire country.
Yeah, I think he may be the most exciting player in the SEC right now, especially because he's doing it at Vandy. But the offense is awesome. I mean, they do so much triple option S type schematics where it really forces defenses to struggle because you only have a week to prepare for it. I mean, why do teams struggle against Army and Navy? It's because those teams run that offense every single week. They're the best at it.
Yep.
And you only get 1 week to prepare for it. And for Texas, the one disadvantage of playing Georgia a week ago was the fact that you probably got banged up a little bit. I mean, that's a physical football game that you had to play for 4 quarters. And now you have to go to a team that's going to mentally challenge you to take advantage of the fact that they're maybe not as talented in a lot of the spots as you are there at Texas. So that's difficult to master in a week. And right now, Vanderbilt is executing this offense at a very high level.
Aaron, how much pressure is on Quinn Ewers here? Because last week was a disaster. He actually gets benched. I don't care what Sark says. And I know we talked about yesterday how, he got benched, but Arch didn't do anything. So it's like clearly still Quinn. But then yesterday you had somebody from, was it 247?
That was someone they got hacked.
Oh, they got hacked.
Yes.
because they had nearly 1 million followers, and there was a graphic saying Quinn Ewers is going to sit out, prepare for the NFL draft. He didn't do Monday press, which they normally do. And now Quinn since come out and he's posted Donald Trump saying fake news, so like he's engaged with it. But my point is, this is all representative of the fallout that we said would happen when Sark made that decision, because you just poured gasoline on a situation that you thought was kind of over and done with. How much pressure's on Quinn Ewers to go out there and clearly assert himself as the man?
I think he needs to start fast. I think if I'm Sark, I'm scripting my first 10 or 15 plays to like, I know Quinn is going to go 7 for 9 for 70 yards and maybe a touchdown. Like, you have to script every one of his favorites. Like, go down the menu of Quinn. This is what he's done for the past 3 years. These are the type of plays that he executes at a high level. You know, maybe if they're not the best schematically against what Vandy's doing, just like get him to see the field, play fast, get the ball out of his hands, get completions, and just build the confidence, because it's been 2 weeks of slow play, turnovers, Oklahoma turnover, Georgia turnovers. And right now he just needs to get off to a fast start, because I guarantee you, if it's a slow start for Texas, to say like, hey, Texas goes 3 and out, Vanderbilt has like a 7-minute drive, then all of a sudden Quinn starts feeling like he has to press.
Yeah.
And then I think he starts.
And then he throws a pick because he's pressing.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit,
he starts thinking about it. It's like, to me, Quinn has to get off to a fast start for his sake, and for obviously the sake of the football team, because he's your quarterback.
Ooh, so John says Ewers does not look good since returning. Vandy's probably a good defense for him to get back in rhythm, potentially. SportsFan says Quinn has now been terrible in first halves against OU and Georgia. It's a trend. Expect a slow first half versus Vandy. Vandy goes in a half with a lead. That would be so hot if Vandy went in with a lead over Texas, dude. I mean, are you kidding me? The college internet world would be electric if that was the case.
Vandy 14th in the SEC, giving up 250 yards passing per game.
That ain't good. No, Aaron, it's just because they're so good that they're playing with a lead. So other teams are having to try to throw their way back in, you know, bro.
Slowly getting
how and then I think you nailed it earlier. I just want to see how Texas is going to respond. This year's been awesome because we've had all the big dogs lose, basically. And so we're starting to see more and more. How do you respond to adversity?
Yeah.
UGA maybe didn't have the best interim performances, but then when they got to their next big test, they passed it with flying colors. Alabama's not responded well. Ole Miss did not respond well. So let's see what Texas can do. That said, I do have Texas in this game.
Yeah, I do too. 18 points though.
That 18 seems like a trap. That feels like I'm supposed to jump at Vandy plus 18.
18 and a half.
I think I'd actually take Texas just to do the opposite of what my instincts would be. Because I feel like they're laying a trap for me to instinctually be like, oh, well, of course you go Vandy. It's fucking 18 and a half.
I think Texas's defense is that good. I really believe Texas' defense is that good. I think they'll be ready. I think there won't be this massive advantage time of possession for Vanderbilt. You know, they'll probably have it. You know, it may be like a 34-26 type of game, which is fine. But I think Texas' defense is that good where they'll be ready to hunt. They'll be able to stop Pavier, and Texas wins. So, and I would say Texas lays those 18.5 too.
Just remember, for all my Vandy fans holding it down in Nashville, if a call doesn't go your way, just start throwing shit on the field.
Hell
okay.
Yeah.
They'll probably change it and give it to you.
What do you think the split is for fans in this game? Do you think Vandy gets 25%? 25%?
What? You don't even think it's going to be like 50-50? You
No.
think Texas going to smash like that?
Yes.
You probably got a bunch of Austin transplants living in Nashville anyway.
Probably.
The similarities between Austin people and Nashville people, I mean, that Venn diagram might as well be a circle. With how similar I feel like both those places are outside looking in. Yeah, I like Pavier. Is it Pavier or Pavier? Now you've got me uncomfortable.
Pavier.
It's not Pavia?
Pavier.
I can't tell if you're not really answering. You're just saying it up again.
Pavier.
That's how you would pronounce it in the booth. You would say Pavier?
Yes.
So it's not Pavia. So I've been saying it wrong.
I don't know. I don't know. Oh, no idea.
Let's go.
Zero.
Let's go.
No
Okay,
idea.
chat seems to agree with me. All right, so we think Texas wins.
Pavia.
Oh, well, I'd say that was informative and fun. If you agree, please hit the like button, sub, and we'll see you next time for some more snaps.